Enlightenment for the soul, the mind, the ear. It is WSME Enlightenment Radio. And ladies and gentlemen, you're listening to the Spotlight. Comes at you on Sundays whenever I feel like throwing them out there. Nah, but seriously, I'm getting back into doing the spotlights. And so to kick off the series of me doing these interviews again, I have brought somebody out who is definitely a person of interest. And he should be a person of interest to you, especially if you listen to WSME, SM Enlightenment Radio. If you've all been listening, all right, we had a very talented gentleman with us by the name of DJ Handles. And hey, you know, he was on the station a while back when we was getting this thing happening. We took a little hiatus from the mixed DJs. Now we're bringing them back. As you know, Coca Motion is back. We got Fleeko Bob. We got Grandmaster Jay. So, hey, we need DJ Handles. Ladies and gentlemen, DJ Handles in the building.
What's up? What's up, man? What's going on, man?
Chilling, brother. How are you?
I'm good. I'm great. I'm excellent.
Man, it's a pleasure to have you. And you know, we've done business together, you know, with you being on the station and all of that. But you know, one thing, and so a lot of the people, they are familiar with you, but I want to really get into who DJ Handles is. And first of all, you can, yeah, man. Who DJ Handles really is, and how did we get here? How do we get here to where you are? But first, let me just ask you a quick question, all right, about some of the things that you're currently involved with, because of course you're coming back to the station Labor Day weekend, Saturday,
of course,
8:00 p.m. It's oh yeah, it's going to be an exciting event. Definitely, we're ready for that. But hey, you know, tell the folks a little bit of an overview of yourself and some of the things that you're currently doing.
Absolutely. Well, before I get into that, I just want to shout you out, Doc. I want to shout out SM Enlightenment Radio for giving me the chance again. You know, this is like family. Doc, you already know, you know what I'm saying? I really appreciate the time that y'all guys given, especially all the motivation, the talks we had, you know, it goes a long way. So I definitely appreciate the support, you know, so I had to come back and do my thing. So, you know, it was just radio is just a real passion for me. I really love DJing. I love the craft. I love the art. So, you know, for me to get a chance to be back on the station, definitely is a big deal for me. So, you know, make sure you tune in Labor Day weekend, September 4th, right?
Yeah, 8:00 p.m., man. You know, it's gonna be a hell of a thing. So let me ask you about DJ Handles. Were you always DJ Handles? Was that your DJ name from the time you started DJing, or did you go for an evolution of names like a lot of us do?
You know what? My first DJ name, believe it or not, was DJ J Money.
J Money.
J Money. You know
why J Money?
It was a nickname. I mean, dudes was calling me that before I was DJ Handles, or before I was a DJ, period. So that was like my little nickname, you know, DJ J Money, or what up Money, you know. So over time, just DJ, you know, I didn't want to keep using that name because one, that's a name that's being used all the time because there's a lot of J Monies, and you know, I wanted to get into more corporate and more bigger events, so I didn't want to scare clients away with the name J Money, you know, so I had to switch it up over time.
Yeah, J Money, you know, it sound like a little bit of a hood DJ there, you know.
See, that's what I'm saying. We got to change that.
You know, the cat that wants a DJ for his retirement party might not hire J Money. When it said J Money, might not.
Exactly. I'm bringing the whole neighborhood with me with that name.
Nice.
But yeah, shout out KG, DJ KG. He's one of my mentors. He actually helped me came up with the name DJ Handles, you know, which is actually part of my last name, which is Handley. So, you know, it all makes sense.
Nice, nice. Well, hey, shout out to KG. Definitely a good mentor to have.
Definitely shout out to bro.
So I want to hear the story of DJ Handles and your beginnings. All right. So now I know that you said that that your family, your people, bouncing from Guyana.
Oh yeah, I'm Guyanese to the bone, man, all the way. Both my mom and my father, both Guyanese. I'm like first gen, pretty much in America. Both of them came straight from Guyana, and I'm pretty much the first gen out here.
Nice, nice. So what was that like growing up in that in that atmosphere and that family there? What was that like in your experience here? Did you grow up? Where did you grow up in New York or Connecticut? Where?
Well, I was born and raised in Brooklyn, New York. So New York,
Okay.
Brooklyn to be exact will always be my home. Flatbush to be exact.
Nice.
You
Okay.
know, so I live down the street from Prospect Park. So if anybody familiar with the Brooklyn area, if you know Parkside, Prospect Park is right there, Caton, all that good stuff. So, it's real West Indian base. Of course, if you're West Indian, you know that we're real, real strict. You know, if they don't care about nothing else, but on only about the education. That's the only thing they care about. Make sure you go wherever you do. Make sure you go to school. Make sure you get them good grades. Then everything else come after that. So, it was just getting that experience of just being real strict on school, even though with school I wasn't, the greatest. I did my work when it need to be. When it's that third, fourth quarter, oh yeah, the work is
Right.
getting done. But the first two, I don't know, man. I was having a little too much fun.
Well, it's almost like you when sometimes when you DJ a party, the beginning of the night you just throwing some stuff on, but you get to that prime time hour in the night. You know what I'm saying? That's when you know it's time to perform.
Correct, 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 correct. Absolutely.
So, I mean, did you dislike school? What was the deal with that?
School was just a lot of distractions. When you growing up in Brooklyn, it's just a lot going on.
Right.
Just as soon as you step out the house, so you make your first couple steps, it's just a lot going on. And a lot of us that grew up in that time, we kind of was young men, and we
Right.
was on the elementary going to middle school, but it's just certain things that you had to learn growing up early and just be aware real fast. So, that's one thing Brooklyn taught me, just to be aware of my surroundings at an early age. And, a lot of us was going from boys to men at a real early age.
Hmm.
And I seen a lot of changes as far as my friends and a lot of guys that just in middle school, dudes was already dropping out of school since middle school.
Wow.
So, it just a lot of us was really turning like boys to men at a real early age. So, that's Brooklyn, you know, born and raised. So, my heart is always in Brooklyn. I'm a Brooklyn kid all the way.
So, I mean, were you a good kid? Did you get in trouble? What was that? What was the experience like coming up?
I mean, I
Because you mentioned your parents were strict, so
oh
that
yeah,
means
yeah, 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 definitely, definitely, definitely.
having to enforce a lot of discipline on you as a kid.
Oh yeah, I mean, definitely a lot of beatings, and I was a hardhead, so
Uh oh.
I definitely got my share of licks. But I was the type of kid that, once I was around the wrong type of crowd,
Right.
easy get distracted. I remember getting called home from school from a math teacher. Her name was Miss Kaba, and she was just like, Jason, he's a good kid, but he just come to the class and sit in the back and hang with the thugs, and he just don't get his work done.
Nice.
So how that ended when I got home and they got the message.
So then you had a strong foundation there that kept you in order.
Oh,
You
of
know,
course,
part.
definitely, definitely. Definitely a lot of licks, a lot of beatings. Yeah,
So you are a believer in discipline for kids.
Of course, you got to, because you know, kids nowadays, they just, I get it. As a parent, you want to give them what you never had, but also too, you gotta teach discipline. Discipline is very important because without that discipline, there's no focus, or the kid feels like he has no responsibilities, or he don't have to keep his end of the bargain because he's still gonna get what he's want at the end of the day.
Now, folks, you see, we're getting some advice here from our DJ. All right, see, a lot of dimensions to this brother here.
Oh yeah, definitely, definitely, definitely. I
You
just
know,
been around the block a few times. That's it.
okay. Well, that's the reason for this interview is because we all know your talent when you get behind those turntables or that controller or whichever it is that you prefer to use at any because this brother can do both, by
I
the
mean,
way.
you see the records, the
Hey,
record.
he got the vinyl there. He got the vinyl there. And we're going to get into a little bit of that vinyl versus digital in just a second. But
Oh yeah.
I want to know at what point was it that you actually discovered music?
Honestly, my pops, he used to had a set back in the day. He used
Right.
to throw a lot of parties in the house, as far as in an apartment. We used to have like little gatherings or parties that was actual real big parties. So he used to just be DJing. So I always remember him just playing music, especially on Saturdays when my mom was at work. He used to have the music on full blast, just having a good old time, just going from song to song. So I felt, I'm just there listening to music. So it's weird. A lot of songs I didn't know, but once I hear it, I know the words, which was weird.
Right.
I know the artist or the name of the song, but it just brings me back to the time that, wow, I remember my pops used to play this song. So, a lot of oldies, a lot of Barris Hammond, those
Mhm.
type of songs, they kind of just stick with me all the way up to today. So,
And that's what contributes to your diversity as a DJ. That
absolutely, absolutely. Just,
that you
oh, go ahead, Doc. I'm sorry. Go
yeah,
ahead.
no. Hey, we're here to hear you talk, brother. you know,
Yeah,
so
I got a lot to say. Even like I still got to answer your question to start off the whole interview, but we gonna get to that as far as what I'm doing now. But we gonna get there, Doc. Come on,
yeah,
we got
absolutely,
time. We
absolutely.
got time.
And so you're hearing the great music always. So at what age was it that you decided that you was actually going to entertain and spin?
Oh, I want to say probably my early 20s, because it never came to me that I wanted to be a DJ or I should DJ until one of my mentors. Shout out to DJ Widow. Widow, what's up, man? But shout out DJ Widow. He actually got me involved and started into the DJ game by just introducing it to me and saying, "Hey, he was handing out mixtapes at work, and
Nice.
he knew I listened to music, so he just kind of just pitched it to me one day. It was just like, hey, maybe you should learn, So I just took him up on his offer, and been history ever since.
Wow. Now, does he still DJ?
Sometimes I have to pull him out the house to DJ, but
Wow. So
I'm sure.
the roles have reversed.
Right, absolutely, absolutely. And but he used to tell me that though, and I really appreciate him even just giving me the torch, because in this game, a lot of people won't do that, because
That's right.
he ain't had to do all that, because he used to have me come to the gigs and just help him set up, watch him DJ. He still used to give me a little something just for even doing that.
Yeah.
And then, when I start getting good enough, he just had me open up for him and then close. So I did so much private events. That's what keep me busy, honestly, more than a club. I
Mm.
do so much private events, so I'm very much well rounded. But it was all thanks to him, because he had got me started in that realm. But he used to have me open up for him, and then he would close it. But it started getting to a point when he will open up for me and then I'll close because I was getting that good. So
Wow.
so
So
yeah,
so so
so
you guys started out. You started out. He brought you in, was training you. You actually got to the point where you grew to the point then when you became the headliner.
absolutely, absolutely. So, I always will appreciate him for that, or just even taking the time and saying, like, yo, man, like, yo, this is I'm setting you up,
Right.
and, because this game is tough. There's a lot of savages and people that just don't want you to see doing better than them. But he just see how hungry I was and how bad I wanted it. Because I would be on YouTube looking up so much DJ clips about this and that and how to do, just so much things. And I'll come back and I'm always working and practicing. Reason why I got the job, because I wanted to start official, and I wanted to, I just wanted to take the craft in and take it seriously, because let people know this is what I'm really doing. So I
Right.
just got fully invested right after that.
That's beautiful, man. That's beautiful. So, that you grew into this animal now, and shout out to those DJs that will actually help out, because there's a lot of, like you said, a lot of savagery out there, a lot of selfishness too. You know,
Absolutely, absolutely. Everybody want to be the star, and that's the
yeah.
problem.
But I mean, hey, that works in two ways. I mean, because as a DJ, you need to have that confidence and you got to believe in yourself. So you need that ego component there, you know,
Absolutely, absolutely.
because that is something that drives you. But then, you know, you don't have to be like, an a-hole though.
Yeah, but you know what though? A lot of guys, it's some people is really in it for the craft,
Right.
and some people are just really in it for the fame.
Yeah.
Or it's different avenues, and I get it. But people like me, I really love this DJ game as far as like the craft, just rocking a party, and just actually getting shown love for the people that actually appreciate what you do, because that's what actually keeps me going. Because I have so much people that come up to me after a set and say, wow, like you did your thing, or they'll say, wow, like I like how you did this, like how you did that. So they automatically become a fan. So that's what really kept me going in the DJ game, because I can't really remember the last time I didn't well, I didn't, but last time I did a set, and like, yeah, I didn't like get no, somebody come up to me and just, yo, I like what you did, or just show
Right.
me any type of love. So I can't really remember the last time that haven't happened to me. I really can't.
Well, I
I don't
mean,
even think of that.
you're a top notch DJ at this point, brother.
So
You know,
thank you.
I
But I'm still
appreciate it.
I'm still learning. It's crazy. I appreciate
and
that,
and
Doc. I
and
really
you
do.
will always continue to learn. You're never going to get to the point where you know it all. There's some cats out here that think they know it all, but they don't. You always have something to learn, and you could always learn. You could learn a lot of times from the most unsuspecting people. You know.
Absolutely,
So,
absolutely. You gotta be a fan first. That's how I am. I'm a fan. No matter who you are, I could learn something from you just by listening to your set. Like, wow, I like how you did that mix. And I might take it and make it my own. That's what DJing about. DJing is about. Some people might take your whole set. That's a whole nother story. But we ain't
so
gonna talk about
who are
that.
some of the DJs? Yeah, man, don't start no stuff up in here now.
Of course not. We're gonna keep it PG for the listeners at home. We might get a little spicy, but not too spicy. We're gonna
who
keep it
who
PG.
is who are some of the DJs that influenced you?
The DJs that influenced me, I want to say, I used to watch a lot of DJ Scratch vids on YouTube.
Okay.
A lot of Kid Capri. Shout out DJ Kid Capri, of course, because you know I see him live and I see him
Did
on YouTube.
yeah.
That dude, because I wanted to be a party rocker, and I see him actually came to the club and rock a crowd with all ages, as far as everybody's 21 up. But A lot of people think he'll come there and play just straight old school, but he's playing the new stuff. He's playing the old school. He's talking. He's telling stories.
Yeah.
So I just fell in love with just how he rocked the crowd. And dudes like DJ Cass One, it's funny with Cass One because when I was in New York and I actually was at enough party, his VIP section was calling me Cass One because they said I look like Cass One. But that's
You know what? Hey, I could definitely see that resemblance there, brother.
but shout out Cass One. He's one of my dudes, you know what I'm saying, as far as it goes to DJ, and I look at him a lot. I think he's a dope DJ. Of course, dudes like Enough. I looked up a lot of cats, DJ Cash Money, Jazzy Jeff, of course. A lot of dudes, even guys like DJ KG. I used to look him up on the radio as far as just listening to him I think like every day at 9 o'clock when he used to be on the radio.
Yeah.
To check him out. And I used to listen to the radio a lot also. I used to watch a lot of YouTube clips and just listen to a lot of radio, a lot of New York radio, of course. So, you got the DJ Self, the DJ Funk Flex. So, I was just a fan of all these guys, especially DJs in other places for like Sean Mack. He's from Chicago.
Okay.
What's his DJ Efizi? He's in Miami, I want to say. Like it's so much dudes. DJ Damage, he's from Philly.
Right. So you listen to their radio shows?
Yeah, I used to listen to a lot of radio shows because radio is my passion. I really loved radio, and I used to watch these dudes in the club. As far as if I could get my hands on anything that's on YouTube, video wise, I'm watching it. Like Pro Style, he's from New York. He's on Power 105. DJ Self, Mr. C, he's classic.
Absolutely.
DJ Magic. I used to watch all these guys clips on YouTube, and I used to just study them. I used to know they sets and just know how they transition and know how they tell their story. So I used to just really do my homework and my due diligence.
Right.
So
you are obviously a DJ that really is into the art of the transition.
absolutely. You can't get from A to B without going smooth. Some people just think that. I mean, the club is different. Because you're
Right.
talking, and a lot of people is drunk, of course. So a lot of people don't really pay attention. But a lot of music heads, people that are really into music, and if you notice the club scene, if you want people to dance, you gotta know how to transition from A to B. Transitions are important because well, first you gotta read the room. That's important. That's the first thing. Read the room.
Right.
That's one thing. You gotta read the room, and you gotta pick the songs, and transitions matter after all that, because if you can't read the room, you're doomed. And once you read the room and you know what to play, if you get from A to B real smooth, that's what keeps the dance floor going. And a lot of times people, when they come to my parties or they come to my events, they're dancing. We ain't gonna be sitting around just chilling, just drinking. Even the cool guys, we're gonna be diddy bopping or we're gonna be two stepping. Don't even matter. You ain't gonna be sitting still. And that's the type of energy that I'm bringing every time I'm on the set.
There was a time, especially when I was really active myself in the clubs with Stevie D, SM Crew, when we was out there doing a lot of the clubs. We actually for years had a residency someplace where I heard that you're going to be showing up at the Van Dome. Shout out to the Van Dome. That's
Oh yeah, Van Dome. I'm gonna be in Van Dome this week, actually.
Yeah.
So, I can't.
I saw the flyer.
I can't wait.
No, that was a big spot for us. We was there in Van Dome, and back even before it was Van Dome, when it was museum, and before it was museum, it was a place called Montego Bay.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm going back like 20, 30 years, bro. You know,
Wow.
we was up in there DJing in that spot. So that's where when I hear about you up in there, I'm like, okay, you definitely doing your thing. You know.
Absolutely, and it's interesting you said Montego Bay because I'm just thinking about when I was out in Jamaica in Ocho Rios. I don't know, I'm saying it right, right?
Okay.
So I was out there and I got the opportunity to DJ out there, and they loved
How,
me so
how
much
did
the
that come
first night.
together? That you was out there DJing in Jamaica? How,
Well, I was out there for a wedding originally, and
okay.
the bride and groom they wanted me to DJ the wedding, but since it
Right.
was last minute, I just ended up DJing the first dance because they wanted me to put a certain mix together for them. So since I end up doing that, I end up linking up with the DJs, and then I had an opportunity to spin at at the resort, one of the clubs at the resort. So
Wow.
when when I did that, they loved me so much that first night they told me to come back. They even kept the club open longer for me. So it was definitely a lot of love, man. Definitely appreciate them guys over there. Definitely.
So what did you play when you was in Jamaica? I mean, did you play a lot of island music, or did you play what you would play here, or you know how did you?
How I just honestly, I think I mixed it up. Yeah, now I'm thinking about it. I mixed it up. I play some stuff for the islands, of course.
Right.
I'm in the
Then
hometown.
you're at a resort, so it's mostly tourists anyway. So you could be all over the place actually.
Right, right. So I play a lot of island. I was playing some tunes, uh, and I was doing my thing to a point that the bartender or the staff was even having a ball. They was having a good time, you know. So it was just a great time. It was a great experience, just out there, and also I got a chance to DJ in Antigua.
Word. Okay.
So all this happened within a matter of a couple months, which has happened this year, 2021. So when I was out there, we were just out there, just kind of just on vacay. But I'm always networking and talking to people.
Right.
So I end up talking to the entertainment staff, and they was like, "Oh, really? That's what you do?" They gave me a chance to DJ for a sec. Wow, you should DJ our pool party next tomorrow. Then here I am DJing the pool party the next day. So I'm internationally known now, Doc.
Yeah, man. Internationally known DJ handles. Oh man, it's a beautiful thing. What we're gonna do is we're gonna bounce to a break real quick, and then when we come back, I want to get into a little bit more of actual philosophy, and then we're gonna really get into the show, and the
Absolutely,
fact
absolutely.
that you're coming back, and I'll also give you an opportunity to talk about some of the other things that you are involved with. Okay, so hey,
Mhm.
you're checking out the Spotlight right here on WSME SM Enlightenment Radio. We're going to bounce to some messages. We'll be right back right after this.
Hey,
WSME SM Enlightenment Radio. It is the Spotlight, ladies and gentlemen. I am the great Doc P. Here with the one, the only DJ Handles in the
what's up?
house.
What's up? What's up?
So with the title DJ Handles, is there like a subtitle, or like a brand statement that you carry with that DJ Handles? Some DJs are the this or the that, or the the superhero DJ, or whichever. does DJ Handles have like an extra handle?
Well, I got this thing I do. Well, this saying that I say every time I get on the mic. I ain't here
Okay,
to waste nobody time.
nice.
So that's my catchphrase right there. Cause that's the truth. I ain't here to waste nobody time. I'm here to do what I'm supposed to do, which is rock the party and make you have a great experience, a memorable night to be exact.
So, is there a particular format that that you know that turns you on more when you're playing? Like, uh, is it old school or the new stuff, or a party for this more females or oriented, or is there a specific type of crowd that you favor? Because I know you could do it all now, brother, but I just want to dip into seeing if there is a preference.
Honestly, I don't really have a preference.
Mm-hmm.
I like playing music. I like to play all types of music in one party. That's always a great experience. No matter the race, it could be more girls or more guys. I just will adjust to the party. But if it's just 10 people, it doesn't matter. I feel like your DJ skills really show when you got less people in the room because you can still keep them rocking and having a good time. That means that how you're doing your thing versus DJ in a packed room. But I really don't got no preference, even when it comes to genres. Of course, you play old school music, songs you haven't heard in a while. They might just hit a little different because it's once you play some Michael Jackson or
Yeah.
you play some like let's take it way back. We play some LTD or
Woo.
you know you play some New Jack Swing or Cool It Now, Bobby Brown and New Edition. It's just nothing but feel good music.
Yeah.
So I feel like music tells a story. How way you set your setup, and really, you're just going off the vibe. I could play some new music of today, and I might be still singing and just I might start dancing. I don't know.
Right.
But it's just all about that vibe and just giving off that experience, that awesomeness that you're supposed to bring every time you're on the set.
A lot of cats always talk about all the music of today is not like the music from back in the day, or back, older cat would say, like myself would say, oh, music felt so much better back 40 years ago, 30 years ago.
Absolutely.
How do you feel about that, the music? I mean, do you, because I know that you're well versed in the old school and you know the new stuff. I mean, do you think that the music was better in the past, or is it just different?
I just feel like it's just different. The music of the past, I feel like it has a lot of longevity because songs like Poison, This Is How We Do It, they're gonna stick forever. They're gonna stick forever. And
Right.
songs of today, it's so much music coming out, so much different sounds, beats. Some of these stuff might stick too,
So
So
give me an example, something that you would think. All right. So we have, like you mentioned, Poison. I mean, that's the song that came out. I believe that was like over 25 years ago. That's you
mm,
know, that's like the 90s, right?
yep.
So that's some time ago now.
Mm.
Is there anything that has come out within the last 2 years that you think will still be playing 25 years from now?
A song that I think off the top of my head, I want to say, I feel like maybe hmm, I feel like little baby songs might stick. You
Little
know,
Baby? Okay.
I feel, I feel,
Not
I feel.
the baby.
Even the baby got some songs too that probably would stick
You think
also.
there's a baby song you think we'll be playing 25 years from now?
Yeah, I think that, also let's say,
Well, masterpiece. Here we go.
um
We
he
go.
got that song he got that song Suge. Suge probably might still play, 'cause a lot of people know that song. Also, you got
Or maybe Rockstar, right?
Rockstar, you got Megan Thee Stallion, Megan Stallion, the Stallion. She got some songs, Hot Girl Summer. Every girl feels like it's gonna be a hot girl summer. So the songs like that stick, that body song. Um, you got City Girls, Act Up. That song gonna stick. So, it's really, it's to the era, as far as
I mean, and it's a younger vibe. I mean, and it is happy music. It's not a lot of that stuff you may not necessarily hear on SM Enlightenment Radio, only because we gear it towards a little bit more of a mature demographic.
yeah, we want the grown and sexy. We want the people that's
Yeah.
out there, just want to sit down, have a drink or two, and just chill.
But when those artists do songs that are just really feel good, upbeat and happy, and actually even inspirational, we definitely do rock out with that. You know, so
Absolutely.
so when you compare the music of today with the music of yesterday, and then what I'm hearing you say is that, hey, right now the consumerism sort of makes the music itself more temporary, whereas in the past, the music it seemed like it was built stronger. It was built to last.
Of
Yeah.
course, you got a lot of people behind it also
Right.
versus today, because somebody could make a song 2 weeks ago and drop it, right now, or maybe shorter than that. Versus back then, I feel, it was a lot more prep, a lot more work.
A lot more went to into it. Right. Exactly.
Yeah,
And also, I mean, we we were relying less on the technology. I think the technology uh has made the process and everything a lot colder.
right, 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 right.
So so when we're looking at technology, all right, and you're a good person to ask on this because you are well versed in and rocking the turntables with your records. You know,
Right,
you got plenty of records there behind you with you, so we know that you mess with that. But,
absolutely.
but you actually learned in this digital age. You learned to DJ in this digital age. So, you initially learn on a controller, or was it turntable?
I had learned on some CDJs, but
Okay.
I had took the practice home when I got my own turntables. So I started practicing on vinyl before I got my laptop.
So, so because you're familiar with a lot of these different mediums now, because you mentioned the CDJs, which is even something else.
Right.
That's like sort of in the midpoint between you know the the real technology, digital age that we have now, going back to the vinyl, because it went from vinyl to CDs and then to MP3s.
Yep, yep, yep.
So, so a lot of DJs that know or familiar with the vinyl, or that started out and played on a vinyl for decades, um, look at this new technology and don't respect it. They don't respect it as real art. They don't respect it as talent. You know, what do you say to that? I mean, because you're somebody that knows both. You know,
Correct, correct. My opinion on that is you gotta keep up with the time. You can't get mad at what's going on. I mean, that's what technology, is meant for, for advancement, just better what you're doing on the regular. So a lot of DJs don't take account, especially the old school, the things that you could do once you just take the time to figure it out. It just really making your life 10 times easier. And you could be so creative. If you watch the the Red Bull the style of competition, um you'll see a lot of these DJs, they do a lot of these tricks and they got turntables. They could do a lot of stuff on the turntables and they're adding the technology. So when it comes to looping and doing the tricks, you'd be amazed. But really what makes it easier is that technology. And a lot of DJs, especially the old school ones, or people that just don't want to advance. I can't say everybody's old school, but some people just don't want to take the time to learn the new technology. And really, it's really helping us. Some kids could do a lot of stuff just on them pads, going sick. So
Yeah, I mean, exactly. And it sort of reminds me of the debate that musicians were having when hip hop was really blossoming and you had the real musicians, people that played instruments, and they weren't respecting the art of sampling and a lot of the whole technology, the machinery, the synthesizers, the drum machines, all of that type of stuff. They weren't really respecting that and saying that it wasn't art. But as it turns out, being able to pick a good sample or being able to manipulate, as you were saying, the buttons, a lot of times is just takes just as much talent as it would for someone that's working with the turntables, right?
absolutely, absolutely. You just got to keep up with the time. And if it's pushing forward and it's actually pushing the culture forward, then you gotta keep up. That's just part of the game. You can still use turntables, but you got the phase.
Right.
You don't need the needles, but you can still cut and do everything. The timing is not going to change. It's just making it easier, so you don't have to keep buying needles. You- So you
You
gotta
don't have to
keep up.
buy needles, and you don't have to carry crates and crates of records like you got behind you.
Yeah, and shout out DJ Mad Flavor. He's actually the guy I bought a lot of these records off from. He always give me a little mini quiz on, just make sure I know my history. So he's one of the guys that actually promote, hey, you gotta know where you're from to know where you're going. You gotta know about these records. And that's why, I take it seriously also. I have some records I need to put up, but we ain't gonna talk about that, just because of practicing. He probably would kill me, but it's all love though, man. What up, Mad Flavor?
So you've actually started become a bit of a music historian as well.
You got to with DJing because I do so much events. I DJ a 65 birthday party. I done DJ 50th. I done DJ'd a lot of weddings. And like I said, I do a lot of private events. So people don't know private events is different because you DJing for 4 straight hours, maybe
Yeah.
5, maybe 6, depending where you at or what they book you for, and you really don't know the crowd. So you could be, and I DJ for all types of backgrounds, Cape Verdean, I'm West Indian, I'm Guyanese. So I DJ for, my own people before. Also, I DJ different events like the Yale Law School, Yale Hospital. So
Wow.
you get a DJ. So when you see so much different, ethnic groups, you can't keep yourself in a box, especially when it comes to age. I played so this lady, she works at the hospital, and she used to be Madonna's backup singer.
Really?
Yep.
Wow.
So when she found a DJ, and I had DJ an event for her.
And this is someone that you worked with, or that you knew what from?
Oh yeah, it's somebody I work with. So I
Oh,
do got a 9 to 5. You know, I do got a 9 to 5, but yeah, it's somebody I worked with, and she found out when she found out I DJ, because I'm always promoting myself. She gave me a chance. So when I actually DJ for her, they wanted 60s, 70s, disco, funk. Um, Yeah, it's just different types of music. And I was playing this music before, but this like I said to start off with, you gotta know how to read the room to actually know where you're gonna go with the music.
Right.
So I could actually take you on the whole journey if need to, because you got so much different backgrounds. I was even playing rock music,
What?
rock
Okay.
rock music, and they love me. So guess what? I DJ'd a few more events after that for her.
Nice.
And that's just the whole, and that's the why I love doing private events, because it's more intimate. And I build a lot of relationships with people that I actually DJ for a lot of my clients. So I'm always being recycled, or I'm always being referred by my clients. So shout you out, shout you out. I appreciate y'all.
Man, you better shout them out.
Yeah, man. I won't be nowhere without them. Honestly, my fans, people that show me love on the daily, especially you, Doc. Shout out to Stevie D, of course. Without you guys, I won't be here.
So what's all the stuff you got going on right now?
What I got going on right now? Well, you catch me each and every Sunday at Sobala. That's located in Hartford, 735 Weathersfield Avenue. I'm there every Sunday except for the last Sunday. They do Afrobeats mimosas, but yeah, I've been there for the past, I want to say, 2 years and going. So and I'm like the first real resident DJ that
Yeah.
actually been there that long. But I create a vibe that people want to go there and party all the time on a Sunday. You could get day drunk and forget that it's Sunday. So big shout out to my boy Shannon. Big shout out to my boy Jay, aka DJ Capo. Shout out to my other boy Fonz. 3 black owners that own that spot. So definitely gotta shout them out.
Very nice. Very nice. Very nice.
Also,
So
oh, go ahead.
yeah, go ahead. What else?
Also, I got a rental space located in New Haven. So that that's one of my recent ventures I just took on. So I got martial arts class going on there right now. I got a credit class going on. Shout out Jackson Perfect Score. She does credit tip Tuesdays on Tuesdays. I'm about to say something else, but yeah, Tuesdays. And that's a few things I got going on. But
So you got these businesses happening.
oh
So
yeah.
with the martial arts, are you actually instructing? What's up with that?
Oh no, my one of my close friends, he actually instructs the class. You
Okay.
know, I mean, I dabble in it
So,
too.
so you're in the business though of having that happen.
Of course, because I'm actually a fan of martial arts. I actually do train, and I'm into that also. You know, because it's just my background. I got family that actually trains also, so I used to always, just ask them questions, and I used to do a little boxing. So that's how that came about. Um,
Wow. And then I know you had mentioned before that you're a property, like you're like a landlord.
oh yeah, yeah, I'm a landlord also, so that's another thing I also got going on. And soon I'm working on getting into more real estate, so that's another plan I got, that I got in the works. So once again, shout out Jackson Perfect Score. That's my lady too. So we working on a few things as far as,
Yeah, and that perfect score. What's that business all about?
well, she does credit.
Okay.
So if you need to get your credit together, or you got any questions, you can hit me up. I'll put you right on. And she definitely send you on the right way, send you on the right path. That absolutely. So, but we also do the credit tip Tuesdays, and also looking into doing real estate classes and starting to get into more real estate. Uh,
Real estate classes, martial arts, and like probably one of the best DJs that you're gonna hear around here. And you're developing and you're continuing to grow as an artist, and I'm seeing the development, and I just really want to give you your props, brother. You know,
Thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. I mean, it's you do so much, and sometimes you don't sit back and just take a break and just look around to see what's going on.
that's it, and that's important. You have to reflect. You have
Right.
to reflect because the reflection is also what makes you better.
Absolutely.
When you can reflect and you can see the progress that you've made up until this point, and then you can systematically just map out where it is that you're going and where you want to be, just based on where you've come from to
Mhm.
where it is that you are now. So, with that being said, my very last question for you is, what do you see for DJ Handles like in the next 5 to 10 years?
Next 5 to 10 years, I want to say probably owning some more property. Um, kind of. I mean, I'm a hustler too, so I'm always got my ears open to the next idea. But I'm sure property is one big thing. I'm hopefully, let's see. I want to get into radio. So
Okay.
we're gonna see how radio goes. Cause some places.
Well, you're on the radio now. I mean, it's internet radio, but it's still radio.
Right. Well, absolutely, absolutely. So, but I like to get into the studio too. So
Right.
that's something else I love to do. You
Okay.
know, um,
So you say the studio, you mean radio studio or recording studio?
a radio studio.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Maybe get into like a personality and start talking. Because really, I could be to myself, or I could be the life of the party. It's just I got a lot of info, I got a lot of jokes. So, I feel like once I put my mind to it, I can get it done. And it's great that you actually gave me that chance to do a interview because a lot of people probably really want to get to know me. And
Well,
it's all right. You can
and
talk to me. I'm cool, I'm easygoing. I like to make jokes, like to have fun,
good.
you know.
And you play some damn good music. And
Absolutely,
and and,
absolutely.
and people are going to be able to witness that. If you haven't already heard Handles play, believe me, you got to tune in. You're going to be in for a treat. Saturday night, starting September 4th. All right, Labor Day weekend, right here on WSME SM Enlightenment Radio at 8 o'clock p.m. Saturday evenings. And it is a beautiful slot. It's a beautiful slot to be in because after you comes Motion with the house. And then after that, Fleeko Bob,
Promotion.
Fleeko Bob. Yeah, yeah, Local Motion. And then Motion, Coca Motion, I call it. And then we got Fleeko Bob coming in, and he does everything from the classic break beats to reggae to whatever it is that's out there, the hardcore hip hop, all of that stuff, and then of course Grandmaster Jay. So I mean, you're going to be kicking off like one hell of a just program for us on Saturday night. So hey, I'm just grateful to have you here, brother. I want to thank you. I want to thank you for sitting down with me, and
Oh yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Thank you for having me, Doc, man. And I really appreciate the opportunity. I'm sure I could talk more, even just like I said, the future. Definitely want to do
oh
more
yeah, yeah.
interviews.
I'm
But
figuring. I'm coming up with a plan for you, brother. So we
put
going.
in the atmosphere right now. We put in the atmosphere right now.
That's
You
it.
know,
That's it. That's
need
it.
I need more places to touch. I'm very internationally known, and I just need more venues, more big highlight venues. I'm gonna be at Van Dome this weekend. You know, August 28th. I'm gonna be at Van Dome.
Nice, nice. So listen, I want to thank you so much once again. And this has been the spotlight right here on WSMESM Enlightenment Radio. Once again, make sure to check out DJ Handles right here on the station Saturday nights at 8 o'clock p.m. And what's your social
Absolutely.
media handles so that people could follow you?
So make sure you follow me at Real DJ Handles on the IG and Twitter and Facebook. You can follow me at Jason DJ Handles Jr. All right.
DJ Handles only on WSME SM Enlightenment Radio. Once again, brother, thank you so much for sitting down with me. All right.
Thank you, Doc, man. And thank you to
Yeah,
all my listeners. I appreciate you guys, all my supporters. Definitely appreciate it. Trust me, I got a lot more coming for you guys. Just stay tuned. Just follow me. Just follow me. Keep up with me. We're going to start applying more pressure. You're going to see. You're going to see.
that's it. That's it. This has been the Spotlight, folks. Stick around for more SM Enlightenment Radio after this.